What a wonderful day to have a wonderful day. Hey guys, it's a great day to go fly a kite. And so that is what we're going to do today. If you live in the Arbor Creek area, you know that yesterday I dropped off, I don't know, probably 25, 30 kites, maybe 40, I'm not sure, somewhere around in there. I just started hanging kites in trees. So if you are in the neighborhood of Arbor Creek Elementary and you're walking down the street and you see a kite hanging in a tree, please take it and go home, fly it in your backyard. All right? But if you're not one of the lucky ones who finds a kite in a tree, then guess what? We are going to work on making our kite today because that is today's challenge. You ought to go out and fly your kite today. So I'm just going to use a Hy-Vee paper sack. I have a couple here that I already started a couple just to make sure I can remember how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold that sack in half. You can take the little handle off. I'm going to try to leave it as a tail. I don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll find out together. So you fold it in half. Then you want to, I didn't bring my stuff, so I'm going to have to grab my marker here real quick. So what you're going to do is I'm just going to go about a thumb width over to the edge of my line. Then I'm going to make a little mark. And then I'm going to go about one thumb over this way. And I'm going to make another mark. Now, you may have to use a longer thumb. I don't know. Your thumb might be a little small. So pretty much you want to go, I don't know. If you have a tape measure, I would go about 3 inches and about 4 maybe. So I would go a little bit longer on my down one. So I actually have this really good fold here that I'm going to use for my down mark on that one. So then you're going to find your scissors. And you're just going to cut from one mark all the way down to your other. And that's going to give us our top part. Now, since I have this great little handle marker here, I'm basically just going to go from that's going to be my mark. Now, I'm going to cut this while it's folded over because if I cut it while it's folded over, my kite's going to have symmetry. That means both sides are going to be about the same. If I try to cut one piece at a time, then I'm not going to have very good symmetry. But you do need to make sure that your kite is close together, so I didn't make sure mine was tight. So I need to trim that off just a little bit or else I'm going to have some trouble flying it. Try to fly it. See how it works if you don't have symmetry. Symmetry is when you have two sides that are exactly the same. So our body is full of symmetry. Hopefully we'll go over some of that a little bit later on this break. I'll do maybe an assignment on that. So when you get done with that, you're just going to cut straight down from your corner there all the way down to your edge, and you're going to have a beautiful line like this. This is pretty awesome. Now, since I folded my kite this way, I'm going to do the second part this way because I'm going to fold back on my fold because I want it to stay together a little bit more. So now you're just going to fold straight down and put the edge of your kite, that little point that you just made, you're going to put it right on your center fold. And you want to make this straight as you can make it. And these are going to be your flaps or your arms for your sled kite. Did I mention we're making a sled kite? I don't think so. But so we're going to make a sled kite. So you're going to punch it down just like that. So now you have here. But now we need one more thing. We need to put a hole for our string to go in. Now I'm going to put tape on both ends because that's going to keep my hole from ripping out. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit because one, I'm trying to get this done fast so I can get it posted. And two, because it's an easy way to do it too. So I just took a long piece of tape, folded over the whole thing, and then I recut it right there. And then now I have it on the outside. So now you're going to poke a hole in it. If you're like me and you forgot to bring a hole punch home, or you don't have one at home, guess what? If you have a thumbtack, a nail, please, if you're using a nail, be very, very careful. So I'm going to use my tape holder. So I'm not holding it and trying to poke it through my finger. So I'm going to hold the piece of paper over the tape holder, the whole of it, and then I'm just going to poke the thumbtack or the nail through it. And so you want to make it a little bit bigger just to make it easier to put the string in. And then you're going to run your string through it. Now, I already did one, and to save a little bit of time, we're going to go over that. But all you're going to do is run your string. If you don't have string or kite string, if you go over and you ask mom if you can use a little bit of her thread, okay, you're going to want a little bit more than a little bit. But just say, can I have a little bit of thread, or do you have an old spool of thread that I can have? Because guess what? Mom and some of the dads even have those, or even like a little kit like this. I'm not going to use this because this is super tiny and my eyes are not good enough to be able to see it. So you're just going to take your string, stick it through your kite hole that you just made. Sometimes it's easier to use that same nail. to punch a hole through it, that you use to punch a hole, and to just stick that string through, and that way you can grab it, pull it, and then you're going to tie. Now you can just do a regular knot, just like you end up always getting in your shoe. So I would do it a couple more times though. Instead of just doing a 2-time pull, do 1 more, maybe 2 more. If you know any good fisherman knots, if you're a good Boy Scout, Girl Scout, and you guys worked on knots, use one of those. It's much better and it will stay longer than this one right here, but that's a good knot. As long as you get it on there, get it tight, and pull it. Now, when you get done, it's going to look a little bit more like this. Well, this one looks a little bit better than this one, but it can look like this. It can look like anything you want. You can draw your pictures on it. You're going to tie your string to the center right here, because you're going to tie the other side to the other part, and then that's going to give you a center string, and then that center string is where you're going to tie your string so it'll fly around outside. So that's how you make a sled kite. Today's challenge is let's go fly a kite. Today's high is supposed to be 69 degrees, so there's no reason for you not to get outside. So you ought to go fly your kite today. Today's challenge, can you make and fly a kite on your own? Please visit me or email me how you did, or leave me a post on here and let me know how your kite looks and how it went. All right. Hey guys, miss you. Take care of yourself. Can't wait to see you get out, go ride your bike, go walk with your mom and dad. Be safe and keep your distance. Wash your hands. You remember when I used to draw little smiley faces on your hands? Like that guy right there? Draw one on your hand. By the lunchtime or by the middle of the day, it should be, or by the dinner, it should be off your hand. You should have washed your hands so many times it's gone. So put a little thumbie on you. Give yourself a thumbie. Have him washed off by the end of the day. That way we know you're washing your hands. All right? Take care. Be safe. Miss you guys.